What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel, and I have breaking news, a massive report, and a massive update when it comes to one big-time star of Juventus. Is he gone? Have the Saudis got him? Where do we need to go from here? Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today, it is Monday, July 10th, 2023. Of course, I got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news you care about each and every single day. Before we do anything though, do me a solid favor, smash that freaking like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, stay notified for our latest videos, and of course, jump on over here, pop on over to my other YouTube channel, the Now We Can Talk Like Men podcast channel. I promise it is not as misogynistic as it sounds. It's just an inside joke from when myself and some friends were kids. If you could, pop over there, hit that subscribe button. We are giving away a jersey. The next 100 subscribers we have, giving away whatever, jersey you want. You want a Juve jersey? You want a Louisville? You want a Kentucky? You want an NBA? You want whatever? We're giving away a jersey after next 100 subscribers. Go do that. Pop it over there now. Get subscribed, and you'll be entered in to win that giveaway. So go ahead and do that right now. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay. Big news, monumental news, if you will, but of course I'm going to make you wait till probably the end of the video, so let's just go ahead and get to the less interesting stories, if you will, but of course let's go ahead and get to the ones that are important nonetheless. Obviously, since the last time I've been here on the channel, an important thing that I have to bring up, Tuttosport did put out, and a couple other sources have corroborated, the Lukaku news. It's all la caca, it's all crap, it's all nonsense, it doesn't matter. It was, media doing what media does. Anyway, Juventus are not in the race to sign Lukaku and are not happy with Chelsea using their name to push Inter into making a move. This is what happens, though. This is the business that it is, the business that Juventus are in, the business that being a fan that you're in. You're going to be linked with some names that you don't like. He's going to be linked with maybe a team that's going to rub his current team the wrong way, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to keep doing stuff like this. Obviously, being linked previously with him, it kind of made sense a little bit. Things going downhill, you never know. But as it stands, no Lukaku at Juventus as it currently stands. Going forward, though, we got to talk about potentially the guy he could have been replacing, or which was going to be Dusan Vlahovic. Will he be leaving the club? As it stands right now, not yet, but never say never. And that's, of course, Fabrizio Romano was reporting on this situation. He says, I understand that Dusan Vlahovic could leave Juve, but only for an important bid. He's one of 4 strikers being considered currently by PSG. Chelsea are currently not negotiating for Dusan Vlahovic, despite reports Chelsea and Bayern appreciate Dusan, but haven't opened talks as things stand currently. Of course, that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. That never means it's not going to happen. So keep an eye on, keep it on the edge of your seat. We'll see what happens with Vlahovic by the end of this Mercado. One more less interesting name, but we got to put it out there anyway. The update when it comes to Artur Melo and his stance when it comes to Juventus. Mundo Deportivo is reporting that Artur's return to the club will not last long. His agent is working on a move back to the Premier League, with a loan being the most logical possibility at the moment. So regardless, he will not be at Juventus next season. He will not be a part of the first squad. He will be going elsewhere. It remains to be seen where that is. Just, this one won't keep you on the edge of your seat, but just wait up for it. Next up, important news, but I have a take on this that maybe you disagree with. We'll see. But Calcio e Finanza is reporting that when it comes to Juventus, the feeling is that the Juve and UEFA have an agreement over a 1-year ban, meaning the club will not play in the Conference League this season. This is me playing the world's tiniest fiddle, the world's smallest fiddle, or violin, if you will. Sorry, I need to be a little bit more culturally not appropriate, but show a little culture, right? Not fiddle. Kentucky's not the South, but I was about as South as you could, calling it a fiddle. Anyway, I don't care. I didn't care about the Conference League. I was never going to care about the Conference League. I'm sorry. As much as I love Juve, as much as I'm a fan of Juventus, I'm not going to pretend like I give a damn about what happens in any of those games. Better for me personally just to not see these players get injured in these games. I understand the outcome that could come from winning or whatever. I don't care. Go win. Go do your job, Max Allegri. Players that are here, go do your job. Make the top 4. playing the UCL next season. That's what has to happen, and that's what needs to happen. Right now, I think the best thing that could happen for Juve was getting more rest time, more time for players not to be injured and not to be risked in games that do not matter. And that's it. That's all I really think about when it comes to the Conference League. Who cares? Smart move. Take the ban, if you will. It means nothing. It doesn't. It means nothing. Now, the news that you're all here for and the reason that you're here for, obviously, if you've been staying up all night to try to figure out what's been going on with this, let's say this. It's a massive story that became not a massive story, but that also could still be a massive story. It is. I don't know what else to put it. Just because somebody says no or poo-poos it doesn't mean it's not a story, right? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. First up, Romeo Guidetti talks about Paul Pogba, the situation there, says that Paul Pogba on Friday evening landed in Saudi Arabia. Al Ittihad are interested in him. Local sources say that the French midfielder visited the facilities of the club as well. We move forward with that, and this is where it starts to get spicy. You have Gianluca Di Marzio, who comes out with a report saying that Al Ittihad has offered Pogba 100 million euros over 3 years. Pogba at this time has not yet made a decision regarding the transfer. It will only become clear in the coming hours whether or not he will be willing to accept the proposal. Now, first off, the one thing I do want to say is the first time I read that is I read they offered him 100 million euros per season. I read per season. Now, 100 million euros over 3 years, it's obviously a pay upgrade, but that's not as insane to me. And if it were going to be something like that, that's where I start to get worried, and that's where I wonder about the future of the integrity of the game. And I'm not trying to be I'm going to get on my soapbox guy because Paul Pogba wants to potentially leave Juventus. That's not what it's about. It's not about my love for Juventus and my fanhood that I'm going to get all worked up in a tizzy and be upset about a player potentially wanting to leave. Player that doesn't, maybe not want to play in the UCL or not in the UCL and not even in the Europa League and all that. I get that. You could go make more money not playing in the Champions League by going to Etihad. But it makes me wonder about the future of football. With financial fair play or, really the non-existence of it in a lot of categories. It makes me wonder what will happen when it comes to the Saudi Arabian regime, the money they have over there, and what they can do. I don't love it, and it's not because I'm American, whatever. No, it's not that. It's just when it comes to the competition of the game, I don't love these clubs. I mean, yes, there's a part of me that wants to be like, okay. I mean, maybe a Saudi Arabian company wants, or, I guess owner, a billionaire wants to come buy Juventus. Maybe I'll be like, if you go give me whoever I want, man, maybe I can deal with it. Maybe I can get through it. But it makes me wonder when it comes to the future of the sport, how much are they going to start waging war with Europe? How much are they going to start trying to take all the top tier players? How much is, getting a Ronaldo at the back end of his career, the decline? How much is that the back burner when it comes to start getting younger and younger, more talented players and paying them? Yeah, you have the Newcastles getting Sandro Tonali. Yeah, you have PSG and what they did with Leo Messi, or failed to do with Leo Messi and other players there, Mbappe, so on and so on. But what happens when those clubs are not European clubs and those clubs start to be, out just in the Middle East? It changes everything when it comes to European football. If you start losing all the stars of the sport, how much is it possible to have a shift? I don't know. I don't love it. And also, if you would like to throw me a bag as being, if they want to, maybe they come in, they buy Juventus, maybe they need a spokesperson, and they want to offer a bag and they need me to do it. I guess maybe I'd be open to it. Maybe just here, I'll put my contact information down below. But then of course I do get worried about, I say one negative thing about a Saudi Arabian owned Juventus, and the next thing you know, I'm decapitated. I lose my hands. I don't know what happens to me. Do I lose my hands? Is it somebody's coming after me? They got that kind of money. Somebody's coming after me. I can't say anything negative. I'm gonna be as positive as can be. And anyway, these are all jokes. But anyway, the reason, so we have means and reasons to worry about Paul Pogba leaving, or maybe you're not worried. I don't know. If you're me personally, I've come on this channel, and how many times have I spouted out about Paul Pogba? You bring in the biggest failure. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. But I did kind of talk about it last summer, the end of the Mercado, how underwhelmed I was. I was filling my diaper on a daily basis. I was upset being, not exactly the happiest with the situation that is what's going on. Looking at it and saying, so we've got Di Maria, aging player who is talented, could be injured a lot. And then we've got Paul Pogba, who is injured a lot. And we're just put our money into those two players. And how epic of a failure were those two players for Juventus? I also said Juventus would finish outside of the top four. Also correct in that. Don't argue semantics with how it happened. But it does make me worry about, or not makes me worry. I mean, it makes me frustrated with the decisions that have been made. And that's why, kind of when this story came out about Paul Pogba, while everybody's getting in a tizzy about it, who cares? I'll be honest, who cares? I mean, yeah, I love Paul Pogba. I like the history with him and all that, but he did jack shit last season. He did nothing. I need a guy who's going to play more than half the games. And I mean, he was injured where he was playing what he played. He was out of 98, 95%. I don't know the percentages. He was out most of the season. He was absolutely useless. Juventus were just throwing their money away. They might as well just taken that pile of money and set it on fire in Catanassa. That's what you did with that season. Di Maria, the same thing almost. Di Maria had a few more plus sides and more moments where he showed up. So that's my kind of issue. I don't care. Whatever happens with him, move on. We can move to this, and I'll cut to it right now. I'll go ahead and show you. Here's the video that came out. I believe one of the individuals there, it'll be tagged in there, and I'll put it out in the comments as well. The video that was put out on TikTok, a guy talking with Paul Pogba in his comments of what he had to say there.
Now, no. Today, no. Tomorrow, we don't know.
Etihad or Ahli?
I don't know. We see.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Welcome.
Not exactly a shining denial. Not exactly foolproof there, right? I don't know what to say. Not exactly. But I mean, of course, what's he going to say? He's in Saudi Arabia. I mean, the jokes about what would happen to me, maybe that's why he's saying it. Maybe he's just trying to be nice to the fans. He's just doing that. You're doing the thing because you never know where you're going to be the next day when you are a professional footballer, when you are an athlete. You could go play anywhere at any time as long as somebody's willing to drop a bag on you. But at the same time, when he says tomorrow, and I know tomorrow could also be phrase of terminology for next year or years down the road, whatever. Tomorrow means tomorrow to me. So I don't know. Kind of a weird way of putting it, but the one thing I was going to preface with this, if they want to drop a bag to pay Juve out of his contract, drop a bag to pay Juve out of the contract. That's fine with me. That's what we got to do. I guess I'll go ahead and move on to kind of the real fallout of what happened here, and that was this. From there, Gianluca Di Marzio came out with a report basically just saying Pogba went to Saudi Arabia for personal, non-football related reasons. I don't know what the personal reasons are. There personal reasons to go have fun, drink, do whatever. I'm guessing it's more partying, probably like you've seen him do in Miami with Dybala and all the other places as well. I don't know. Don't care. And then we follow it up with the final part, which is what Fabrizio Romano came out, and he kind of just had I wouldn't say foolproof, but he said several sources close to Pogba have already denied the rumors about him and potentially of going to any of the clubs there in Saudi Arabia as it stands right now. Of course, like I said, that means nothing. That means nothing. How many times have you heard players or coaches deny, or send out somebody, one of their posse to go deny, and the next thing you know, he's on a little bus ride. He's on a flight down to whatever place he just said he wasn't going to. So I'll believe it when I see it. I'll wait till the first of the season, and I'm waiting to see if Paul Pogba is suited up in his warm-ups and if he's sitting on the bench, because we know he ain't going to be healthy to play to start the season. Anyway, that'll do it for this edition of the news. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. Any hate, whatever you want to send, that's fine. Leave it in the comment section down below as well. If you haven't already, do me a solid favor. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. You can follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter and Instagram, anything like that. You can also follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. I will see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. Say hello to the old lady for me.